So we'll go ahead and get started. Find a comfortable seat on your mat. Be sure to pull the flesh away from the sit bones so that you're starting with a nice solid foundation. Bring the navel in towards the spine. Allow the crown of the head to reach towards the sky. Bring those shoulder blades together and down the back. Imagine that you're putting your shoulder blades in your back pockets. Place the hands on the thighs, palms up, and close your eyes. And just become aware of your breath, allowing that breath to flow in through the nose and out through the nose. And then start to bring the breath into balance by making that inhale the same length as the exhale. So if your inhale is for a count of 4, your exhale would be for a count of 4. If your inhale was for a count of 6, your exhale would be for a count of 6, and so on. With each inhale, allow that spine to grow tall. And then as you exhale, keep the length in the spine and just begin to allow the body to soften. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Make that neck nice and long. Relax your jaw. In continuing with the theme of gratitude, I'd like to recite a quote, one of my favorite quotes. This is from Tony Robbins. And he says, change your expectation for appreciation and your whole world changes in an instant. So we all have expectations, and when our expectations aren't met, we are disappointed, we suffer. But if we can trade that expectation for appreciation, we realize how blessed we are. So we can think of simple examples. It's a pretty easy practice. I've been doing this, reciting this quote for a long time and really thinking about it, so I can say it's easy. Imagine you're in a store and the cashier is having an issue. She has to change out the cash in the machine or something like that. It holds you up. That can be so annoying, right? But if we trade that expectation of a quick, seamless checkout experience for appreciation, we had the ability to get to the store. We have the money to buy something. You could think of 10 more things, but you really do realize how blessed and lucky you are. So I want you to remember that. And when you go out into your everyday life, if you find yourself disappointed, see if you can say to yourself, wait, if I trade this expectation for appreciation of this situation or moment, how will I feel? And I guarantee you'll start to feel fulfilled and realize how blessed you truly are. Let's bring the hand together at the heart in Anjali Mudra. We'll breathe together 3 times, and on the 3rd exhale, share the sound of Om. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale and exhale. And for the 3rd time together, inhale. Om. Bow the head. Place the hands on the thighs. Softly open the eyes, looking forward. We're going to start today laying on our backs. So you can just move your stuff out of the way. Come down to lay on your back. Legs extended out nice and long. Arms by your sides. place that left hand on the belly. As you inhale, feel the belly rise. And as you exhale, feel the belly fall. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. Keeping the left hand on the belly, place the right hand on the chest. As you inhale, feel the belly rise, followed by the chest. And as you exhale, feel the chest fall, followed by the belly. Now bring your arms by your sides. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, you're going to turn your head to look towards the right. On the inhale, come back to center. And then as you exhale, turn that head to look to the left. Inhale, back to center. 2 more on each side. When you finish, you can just bring that head and neck back to neutral. On the next inhale, the arms come up overhead until those thumbs touch the space behind you. And then as you exhale, arms come back down by your sides. You're moving with your breath at your own pace. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. So I noticed that when I post these videos on YouTube, a lot of times people only watch the first little bit, and they might get a little bored because this is Vinyasa class. Why are they just laying there, lifting and lowering their arms? It is so important to warm up the body. And I've learned this from experience. When we don't warm up the body, we just become so much more at risk for injury. So even though we kind of do these same warm-up poses every class, they're very important. And notice that each time you do them, it's different. It's never the same. The next time the arms are by your sides, you can pause there. Draw that right knee into your chest as you reach through the left heel. Really hug that right knee in. Then extend that right leg nice and long. Draw the left knee into the chest. Bring the right knee in to meet the left. So your right hand is on the right knee, left hand on the left knee. On the inhale, the knees pull away from the chest and those arms straighten. And then as you exhale, draw the knees in. Inhale, knees pull away. Exhale, knees come in. The next time you draw the knees in, pause there. So we find ourselves in Apanasana. Keep the knees hugged in and bring those arms out like a T, palms face the sky. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, we're going to twist to the left. So you're tipping those legs over to the left, Left leg comes to the mat, right leg rests on top of it. So here, if this right shoulder is sort of popping up off the ground, I want you to bend the left elbow and place the hand on the rib cage to protect that shoulder. Start to bring those knees back to the chest. And then on the next exhale, we'll twist to the right. So you can lower the legs over to the right. Right leg comes down to the mat. Left leg rests on top of it. Start to draw the knees back up. You can hug those knees with the arms. And then we'll begin to rock head to tail, coming up to a seated position. So you can rock back and forth a couple times if you want, or you could just use your arms to help push yourself up. So we find ourselves sitting in Sukhasana, easy pose. And I'm finding myself covered in cat hair, so I think someone's been hanging out down here while I'm not teaching. So we'll bring our arms by our sides. As you inhale, arms sweep out to the sides, palms come to touch overhead. As you exhale, hands come to your heart. Inhale, arms sweep up, palms come together to touch. Exhale, hands to heart. 3 more. When you finish, bring the hands back together at the heart. Close your eyes. Come back to the balanced breath if it's gotten away from you. Open your eyes. Bring your left hand by your side. On the inhale, reach that right hand towards the sky. So we're making ourselves as tall as we can. As you exhale, begin to tip to the left. You can walk the fingertips out if you'd like. Bow out the right ribs. So make sure that you're not turning your torso and shoulder towards the ground. We really want to have an open chest here, stack shoulders. Slowly bring yourself back up. Place your right hand by your side. On the inhale, the left fingertips reach towards the sky. Exhale, tip. Slowly bring yourself back up. You're going to place that left hand behind the left hip. Right hand comes to the top of the left knee. Make sure you have a nice tall spine here. Press down through the sit bones. Inhale, lengthen, and then as you exhale, begin to twist to your left. Remember that twist starts in the belly, moves up to the ribs, the chest, the shoulders, and finally the head. To come out of the pose, press down through the sit bones, inhale, lengthen. To come out, we start with the head and work our way down. So you'll come back to neutral with the head, shoulders, chest, and belly. Bring the right hand behind the right hip, left hand to the top of that right knee. Press down through your sit bones. Inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, begin to twist to your right. Root down, inhale, lengthen, and then as you exhale, slowly come back to center. Extend your legs out nice and long, coming to Dandasana, staff pose. And then we're going to bend both knees, bringing the soles of the feet to the mat. Take the right hand under the right leg and grasp your left ankle. Slide that left foot under the right leg, bringing the left foot next to the right hip. So you can stay just like this, or you can pick up your right foot and take it to the outside of the left knee. I only want you to do that if you can still keep the sit bones rooted down. So you can come back here if your sit bones start popping up when you come here, okay? Bring your, I don't know, I'm not sure if I was mirroring or not that time. I'm going to start over. I'm so sorry. You know me and my lefts and rights. So I'm bending the knees, right hand under the right knee, grasping the left ankle, sliding the left foot under the right leg so it's next to the right hip. Got it. Then we can optionally pick up the right foot and place it to the outside of the left knee. Take your right hand behind the right hip. Wrap the left arm around the right knee. Nice tall spine here. Press down through the sit bones. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, begin to twist to the right. Root down through those sit bones. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, slowly come back to center. So you can pick up that right foot, bring it back, and then slide the left foot out. Take the left hand under the left leg, grasp the right ankle. Slide the right foot under that left leg so that the right foot is next to the left hip. You can stay just like this or pick up that left foot and bring it to the outside of the right knee. Bring the left hand behind the left hip. Right arm wraps around that left knee. Root down through the sit bones. Inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, begin to twist to the left. And this is half Lord of the Fishes pose. Ardha Matsyendrasana. You can really hug in your knee and feel the stretch in the glute, hip area. Press down through those sit bones. Inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, slowly come back to center. You can pick up this left foot, bring it back, and then slide the right foot out. Next, we'll let the soles of the feet come together as the knees open up out to the sides. This is Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. Root down through your sit bones. Inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, begin to hinge from the hips, folding forward. Slowly bring yourself back up and we'll come to all fours, hands and knees. So bring yourself to all fours, tabletop position. Take a breath in here. As you exhale, shift your hips to your heels, your chest to your thighs, coming to extended child's pose. As you inhale, come back up, all fours. So you're moving with your breath, exhaling back to child's pose, inhaling up, all fours. The next time you come up to all fours, pause there and we'll begin to transition into downward facing dog. Curl those toes under. Start to shift the hips towards the heels Knees lift as you press back, coming to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. We want to make sure those hips are pointing to the back of the room where the wall meets the ceiling. Heels relax towards the mat. Start to bend the knees. Go back down into child's pose. As you inhale, come up all fours. Once again, curl the toes under. Start to shift the hips towards the heels. Knees lift as you press back. Start to walk your feet forward towards your hands, coming to Uttanasana, forward fold. Press down through those feet. Inhale, come all the way up. As you exhale, bring your hands together at the heart. On the inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold forward, and step back to downward facing dog. Sweep the right leg out behind you and bend the right knee. Make some nice big circles with the right femur in that hip socket. Lower the right foot. Sweep that left leg out behind you. Bend the knee. Nice big circles. Lower the left foot. Walk the feet forward. Uttanasana, forward fold. Place the hands on the hips, press down through the feet, and come up to standing. So we find ourselves in Tadasana, mountain pose. On the inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, arms lower. You're moving with your breath at your own pace. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale, down. The next time the arms are up overhead, allow those palms to come together to touch. And then as you exhale, bring the hands together at the heart. So we're going to play around with a little bit of balance. If you're near a wall, it's fine to touch the wall for a little extra support. But first, before we do that, this is why I write everything down, because I don't know why. I've been doing this. When I was still in teacher training, my teachers were like, you don't need your notes, you don't need your notes. And then over 10 years later, I still use my notes because I really do want to provide you with a really well thought out practice. So bring your left arm by your side, right fingertips reach towards the sky. As you exhale, begin to tip to the left. Bring yourself back up. You'll lower the right arm, reach the left fingertips to the sky. Tip to the right, and bring yourself back up. Now we're going to play around with balance a little bit. So shift your weight. You can have your hands on your hips. Shift your weight to that right foot. Keep the knee soft, but really let all of the weight sink into that foot. And then you're just going to lift the right leg and bend the knee and breathe. You can find a gazing point, something not moving. Just allow your gaze to soften. Lower the left foot. Next, we'll shift the weight over to the left foot. Keep the knee soft. The right leg lifts, bend the knee. If you find this really challenging, keep doing this when you're at home, just 30 seconds on each leg. When you're watching TV or something, your body will adapt. And lower. Good. Shake out those legs a little bit. We're going to do it again, but add on to it. So you're going to shift the weight over to your left foot. Lift the right, bend the knee. Take your right arm out like a T and take that left arm to the outside of the right knee. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, begin to twist to the right. Slowly come back to center. Lower the right foot. Hands can come to the hips. Lift the left leg, bending the knee. Bring your left arm out like a T. Right hand comes to the outside of that left knee. Take a breath in. As you exhale, begin to twist to the left. So the hips are pointing forward, and we start that twist at the belly. Slowly, bring yourself back to center and lower the left foot. Come to Tadasana. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold forward, coming to Uttanasana. Forward fold. Step back to downward facing dog. From here, we're going to float forward to plank. You can place the knees on the ground if you'd like, and then shift back, down dog. So we're going to practice a down dog twist, and we'll do it in steps. So step 1, I want you to take your right hand, place it on the left side of your mat, just halfway between your hand and your foot, gazing out under that left armpit. And then if it's okay for you, for step 2, you can take that right hand and grasp the outside of the left ankle. If you can't reach, you can keep it on your mat. Focus on the breath here. Don't let your cat knock you over. Extend that right arm out. Shift forward to plank. What are you doing? And shift back. Down dog. Next, take that left hand to the right side of the mat, just halfway between your hand and your foot, gazing out under the right armpit. And if it's okay for you, you can take the left hand to the outside of that right ankle. Extend that left arm out. Shift forward to plank. Shift back, down dog. Step the feet forward, coming to Uttanasana, forward fold. Bring the hands to the hips, press down through the feet to come to standing. So we're going to do that standing balancing twist that we did before, but we'll have an option to add on to it. So stand in Tadasana mountain pose. Shift the weight over to that left foot. Keep the knee soft. You're going to lift the right foot and bend the knee. Take the right hand to the hip, left hand to the outside of the right knee. So you can keep the hand here or see if you can hold on to the pinky toe side of the foot. It's nice to have a wall next to you. So here, if you're holding on to the foot, you're going to extend that leg long as you twist to the right. And breathe. Slowly come back to center. You can lower the right foot, hands come to the hips. Inhale, arms sweep up. exhale, fold forward. And I know that that is a very advanced twist, but I like to give you guys options, things to work towards. Place the hands on the hips, press down through the feet to come back up to Tadasana. Shift the weight over to that right foot. Lift the left foot, bend the knee. You can place your left hand on your hip and bring that right hand to the outside of the left knee, or slide the hand down to grasp the pinky toe side of the foot. So here you're going to extend that left leg long as you twist open to the left and breathe. Slowly come back to center. Woo! You can lower that left foot. Stand in Tadasana. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold forward. Step back, down dog. Float forward to plank. Shift back, down dog. So here, sweep that right leg out behind you, and then you're going to step that right foot forward between the hands, or you can just pick the foot up and move it. And then root down through the sole of the left foot, left toes point out slightly. As you inhale, arms sweep up. So we find ourselves in Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. Bring the arms out like a T, the palms face the floor. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, you're going to twist to the left as you gaze out over the right fingertips. I'm going to be bending this elbow because for some reason, Warrior 2 is one of the poses that still causes my shoulder just a little bit of problem. Breathe here. Cartwheel the hands down, one on either side of your right foot. Step back, down dog. Float forward to plank. Shift back, down dog. Sweep that left leg out behind you. Step the left foot forward between the hands. Root down through the sole of the right foot, toes point out slightly. As you inhale, arms sweep up, Virabhadrasana 1. Arms come out like a T, palms face the floor. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, twist to your right as you gaze out over the left fingertips. For Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Remember that balanced breath. Trade any of your expectations for this class for appreciation. Appreciation of your body being able to be here, the technology to join. Cartwheel the hands down, one on either side of the left foot. Step back, down dog. Float forward to plank. Shift back, down dog. Sweep the right leg out behind you. Step it forward between the hands. Root down through the sole of the left foot, toes point out slightly, and rise once again, Virabhadrasana 1. Arms out like a T, palms face the floor. Take a breath in as you exhale, twist to the left, gazing out over the right fingertips. Bend that right elbow so the fingertips point to the front of the room. And then as you exhale, tip to the right, bringing that right forearm to your thigh. Your left hand can be on the hip, or you can extend the left arm so that the bicep is in line with the ear. Lower that left hand to the mat, followed by the right. Step back, down dog. Float forward to plank. Shift back, down dog. Sweep that left leg out behind you. Step the left foot forward. Root down through the sole of the right foot, toes point out slightly. Inhale, arms sweep up, Virabhadrasana 1. Bring those arms out like a T, palms face the floor. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, twist to the right as you gaze out over the left fingertips. Warrior 2. Bend that left elbow, fingertips face the front. As you exhale, tip to the left, forearm to the thigh. Again, the right hand can stay on the hip, or you can line up the bicep with the ear. Lower that right hand to the mat, followed by the left. Step back, down dog. Float forward to plank. When you're in plank, make sure you're not dumping into the wrists. Make sure you're not dumping into the shoulders. And shift back, down dog. Sweep that right leg out behind you. Step it forward. This time we're going to rise to a lunge. So we're keeping the heel up, but you can modify by lowering the heel. So inhale, arms sweep up. I'm going to quickly turn around because I'll be facing the wrong way in just a moment. So sorry about that. Hands together at the heart. We're in our high lunge. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, twist to the right. You can stay just like this, or take that left elbow to the outside of the right knee and breathe. You can also lower the left knee for a modification here. Bring the hands, one on either side of that right foot. Step back, down dog. Float forward to plank. Shift back, down dog. Sweep the left leg out behind you. Step that left foot forward. Let's see, we're staying here for a lunge. So keep the right heel up unless you're modifying. You can also lower the knee if you'd like to modify. Inhale, arms sweep up. Coming to our high lunge. Bring those hands together at the heart. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, begin to twist to the left. You can stay just like this, or take that right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Remember the balanced breath here. Come back to center. Place the hands on the mat. Step back, down dog. Float forward to plank. Shift back, downward facing dog. Start to bend the knees. Go back down into child's pose and rest here. So now is a good time to come back to the balanced breath, come back to the present moment. We can revisit the quote from the beginning of class. Trade your expectation for appreciation, and your whole world changes in an instant. Bring yourself back up to all fours, hands and knees. And one more time, we're going to shift back to downward facing dog. From here, sweep that right leg out behind you and bend the right knee. So you're going to float forward as you take your right knee towards the right wrist, right ankle towards the left wrist, and then lower the shin, lower the left knee, uncurl the toes. So we're going to walk our hands in line with the hips here. And if you have a block and want to wedge it under your right hip or right glute, you can do that. So we have our nice open chest, shoulder blades sliding down the back, navel to the spine. Bring the hands together at the heart. Take a breath in. As you exhale, begin to twist to the left for our twisting pigeon pose. You can stay just like this, or take that right elbow to the inside of your right arch and breathe. Slowly come back to center. Place the hands on the mat in front of you. Curl the toes under on the left foot, lift the knee, and we're going to shift back to a three-legged dog. So we'll send that right foot towards the sky and lower it towards the mat, coming back to downward facing dog. Sweep the left leg out behind you, bend the knee, float forward as you bring that left knee towards the left wrist, left ankle towards the right wrist, lower the knee, uncurl the toes. Hands walk in line with those hips. Navel in. Bring the hands together at the heart. So take a breath in here. As you exhale, you can twist to the right. You can stay just like this, or bring that left elbow to the left arch of that foot, and then bring those hands together at the heart. Breathing. It's actually easier for me to do it this way on this side than this way. Just something about one of my hamstrings. Slowly come back to center. Hands on the mat in front of you. Curl the toes under on that right foot. Knee floats up. Shift back. Down dog. Start to bend the knees. Go back down into child's pose. And then as you inhale, come up all fours. Exhale, back to child's pose. Inhale up, all fours. Continue moving with your breath here. Nice and slow, no need to rush. The next time you shift back to child's pose, pause there. Keep those elbows up off of the mat. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, walk your hands out to the left. You're going to bow out the right ribs here and breathe. Walk your hands back to center, and on the next exhale, we'll walk the hands out to the right, and this time, bow out the left ribs. Bring those hands back to center, and come up to all fours, hands and knees. Let's roll over onto our backs and hug the knees into the chest. So keep those knees hugged in for Apanasana. And then lower the soles of the feet to the mat. Bring your arms by your sides, the palms face the floor. We're going to be moving into dynamic bridge pose. So we always want to make sure before we lift that we are drawing our pelvic floor up and the navel in. Engage both glutes. Press down through the feet. Lift those hips. And then as you exhale, lower. But you really want to make sure that you're integrating before you lift. So we bring the pelvic floor up, navel in. That's going to bring that pelvis to neutral. Engage both glutes and lift. As you exhale, lower. So when we really pay attention to bringing the pelvic floor up, navel in, engaging the glutes, we start to use the proper muscles for this pose. This is a great pose for your core. If you have a forward tilting pelvis and you have a big arch in your back, this is really great to do. But notice how when we really integrate before we move into it, we kind of take the weight out of our legs and we're really using the glutes. Let's lift and lower one more time. And then we will draw the knees into the chest, placing that right hand on the right knee, left hand on the left knee. As you inhale, knees pull away from the chest, arms straighten. As you exhale, draw those knees in. Inhale, knees pull away. Exhale, draw the knees in. So hug those knees in once more. And then lower the soles of the feet to the mat. Extend the legs out nice and long. Place the left hand on your belly. And as you inhale, feel the belly rise. And as you exhale, feel the belly fall. Inhale and exhale are still equal. And then keeping that left hand on the belly, place the right hand on the chest. And as you inhale, feel that belly rise, followed by the chest. And as you exhale, feel the chest fall, followed by the belly. After your next exhale, you can bring the arms by your sides and we'll start to transition into Shavasana. Just lay down comfortably on your mat, legs extended out nice and long. You can let the feet just flop open. Arms are by your sides, palms face the sky. Arms are a few inches away from the body. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, just let it all go, allowing the whole body to sink into the floor. Relax the jaw by creating a space between the top and bottom rows of teeth. Let the tongue fall away from the roof of the mouth and let the eyes just rest in their sockets. Resist the urge to make subtle movements. Allow the natural breath to take over. Rest in Shavasana. Slowly start to deepen the breath, becoming aware of the space around you, becoming aware of your body. Start to make any subtle movements that feel good, like wiggling the toes and wiggling the fingers. You can turn that head gently from side to side, and then stretch through the arms and the legs like you're just waking up. Nice full body stretch. And then roll to the right side in the fetal position, and we'll stay there for a few breaths. Keeping those eyes closed if you'd like, you can use the arms to bring yourself back up to a comfortable seated position. Once you get there, you can bring those hands together at the heart in Anjali Mudra. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Thank you for moving through the twists and focusing on appreciation. As you go through your week, again, if you find yourself feeling disappointed in others or situations, see if you can trade those expectations for appreciation. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be free from suffering. May you have ease and well-being. Namaste. Thank you all so much.